Good morning everyone, welcome back to your physics class once again. As you remember that we have started the chapter refraction through a lens, and here is our third topic, which is sign convention and lens formula. So today we are going to learn the sign convention and then what is the lens formula. If you can recall that in class 9th we have learned the mirror formula, here we are going to learn the lens formula. As you know that in lenses, to calculate the distances like the distance of object or distance of image or the focal length, to calculate all these things, we have a formula known as lens formula, and for that we have to take some sign convention, and the sign convention is actually this Cartesian sign convention. In that, as you remember or as you know, that we have this origin where the two axes are intersecting each other, and this we call it origin, and then we have plus x-axis, left side we have minus x-axis, and the from this axis x-axis above we have plus y-axis, and below that or below origin we have minus y-axis. And you very much are knowing that all the entries which are towards the right hand side of the origin is all positive, left hand side the entries are negative, whereas when we go upside of the origin, all this is called positive axis. That means all the values will be positive, and here all the values will be negative. So it is kind of similar here in convex lens and concave lens, and where your optical center in both the lenses will behave as origin. Okay, first thing. Second thing, if we are talking or if we are putting the object or getting the image on the right hand side, all the entries, all the length on the right hand side will be positive, all the length on the left hand side will be negative. Same in both the cases. Here also concave lens, this will behave as origin, all the lengths on the right hand side will be taken as positive, all the lengths on the left hand side will be taken as negative. Like if we are placing an object here, see, so we are placing the object here on the left hand side. So the distance of object, if let me recall once again that the distance of object is denoted by small u. This is distance of object, and small v is the distance of image where the image is forming, and then small f is your focal length. Okay, so if we are talking about object which is on the left hand side, and we know that left hand side this distance will be your u, and then we will take u negative. If the image is forming on the right hand side from the origin, this distance will be a v, and it will be taken as positive. So it is just like the Cartesian sign convention. Left hand side it is negative, right hand side it is positive. If the image, there can be two types of image. The image can be upright and the image can be inverted. If the image is upright, that means it is in the positive y direction. You know that this is your positive y direction, upward. So if it is in the positive y direction, or if it is upright, then the size of the image or the length of the image we take positive. If the image is inverted, that means it is on the minus y axis, on the negative axis. If it is inverted, then we take the length of the image as negative. It is simple. We take two conditions. Now you need to understand that when we are talking about our lens, and if you are placing an object, so this is the distance of object denoted by u, where we are getting the image where we are getting whether it is upright or inverted. So the distance, I am using the word distance. So distance of image from optical center is denoted by v. Okay, clear? And depending upon the position, we will take it as positive and negative. If we are talking about the height, it will be on positive y-axis or negative y-axis. If we are taking the distance, that will be on x-axis. Hope you all are understanding. Okay, now second thing is when we are talking about the focal length. So the focal length, whenever we take, see, as in convex lens or concave lens, we have two foci, f1, f2, here also f1, f2. So when we talk about the focal length, we are considering actually this distance O, f2, the distance of the second focus from the optical center. So if you see in this case of convex lens, this second focus is on the right hand side from the optical center, which means that this distance will be taken as positive. So in this case, if we talk about convex lens and concave lens, convex lens, the focal length will always be positive as the second focus is on the right hand side. So f will always be positive. Okay, now come to this concave lens. Concave lens, second focus is on the left hand side. That means this focal length will always be negative. So in case of concave lens, focal length will always be negative. Okay. Now second, whether in case of convex lens or in case of concave lens, we place the object on the left hand side from the optical center. If it is on the left hand side, that means the distance of the object, which is u, always be taken negative. Okay, so in case of convex lens or in case of concave lens, this u will always be taken as negative, as it is on the left hand side. We always place the object on the left hand side. Now let us talk about the position of image, whether it is positive or negative. If you remember, in case of convex lens, we have seen 6 cases where we were getting the images, and in all 5 cases we were getting the images on the right hand side, which were real and inverted. If you remember, as I have given you the chart, you can see there also that the image formed is always on the right hand side and inverted. That means if the image is right hand side, this side, that means the length of the image will be taken as positive. And there was last case, where the image formed was virtual and it was on the left hand side. If the image formed on the left hand side, then the sign of V, because V will be taken as negative. So in case of a convex lens, depending upon the formation of image, sometimes we take V positive and sometimes we take V negative. There was one case. Now let's talk about concave lens. In concave lens, we discussed 2 cases, if you remember, and in both the 2 cases the images formed were virtual. If you remember, so where we are having object on the left hand side and image formation was also on the left hand side. That means if it is on left hand side, we will also have negative. Now let us recall these things, or these points you are going to remember, as we are going to use it. Can be positive or negative. Okay, now this we are going to use in numericals. Like for convex lens, f is positive always, and for concave lens, f is negative always. Now for convex lens or concave lens, u in both the cases always be taken as negative, and v is sometimes positive and negative depending upon the situation, and then we have this v is always taken as negative in case of concave lens. So this is all about sign convention. Now let us talk about the lens formula. So lens formula is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equals to 1 upon F. V, we know that it is the position of the image from the optical center. U is the position of the object from the optical center. Like if this is your optical center where we are placing the object, this is the position of object and it is the distance of object from the optical center. We denote it by U. V, wherever we are getting the image, like whether the upright image or inverted image, if we are getting the image here, so image, the distance of image from the optical center, we denote it by V. Okay, so V is the distance of the image from the optical center, distance of image from the optical center. And F is the focal length. Remember that in a lens we have two foci, f1 and f2, and the focal length we are talking about, which is second focus we are talking about, which is OF2. We denote first focus by f1 and second focus by f2, and I think you all are aware by now that where we have f1 and where we have f2 in both the lenses. Okay, so this is our lens formula: 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equals to 1 upon f. Okay, magnification is all about the size or how magnified the image we are getting. Like when we are characterizing the image, we are talking about the position of the image where it is formed. So with the position we can also calculate the magnification or the height of the image. Like if we are placing an object 5 centimeter of height, like there is an object of 5 centimeter of height, so we can always calculate that how magnified the image will be. So it is all about the size of the image, and magnification we denote by small m is actually a ratio of height of the image and height of the object. So although in your book it is written as capital I upon capital O, that is height of the image upon height of the object, but instead of this we are going to write height of the image, h, that is height of the image, and height of the object, so that it would be clear to you all and you all understand this magnification. Also it is equals to v upon u. What is our v? That is the position of the image, and this is position of the object. So this is how we define magnification. It is ratio of height of the image and height of the object. One thing I want to clear is that when we talk about v and u, it is the position. Like if you take a lens, let us take this lens, and this is your optical center where you are placing the object. This is your u, that means the distance of object from the optical center. Where you are getting the image, that position or that distance is denoted by v, that is the distance. Now if we are talking about I and O, I is the height of the object, like a height of the image. Like what is the image, whether it is magnified or whether it is diminished, and this height of the object, that means what is the size of the object or height of the object. So I hope you all understanding. Next topic is part. When the beam of light is passing through a lens, it gets deviated, and the deviation produced in the beam of light is actually depending upon the power. If the lens has more power, it will deviate more. If the lens has less power, then it will deviate less, and that's how we define the power of lens. If it can deviate more, the beam of light passing through it, it will have more power. If the beam of light passing through a lens and it cannot deviate more, it deviates less, that means the lens will have less power. So it's simple. Now if we talk about a thick lens, we are taking a thick lens. If you are taking a thick lens, it means it will have a short focal length. F stands for focal length. So if you take a thick lens, it will have short focal length. If it is having a short focal length, it will deviate more. It deviates more. Okay. And if you are taking a thick lens, if you are taking a thin lens, that means it will be of large focal length. I hope you are understanding. If you are taking a thick lens and if you are taking a thin lens, if I make it for you all, thick lens means this sort of. If you are taking a thick lens, that means it will have a short focal length. If it is having a short focal length, it will deviate the light more. And if you are taking a thin lens, like sort of this, a thin lens, then it will be having a large focal length, as this will be of more radii, and then you will have a large focal length. If it is of large focal length, then it will deviate the light less. It is simple. Okay. And second is if you see the power of a lens, which is denoted by P, the power of lens is noted by P. Now you see the power depends whether if the lens is deviating more, it will have more power. If the lens is deviating less, it will have less power. Bending of light is taking more power. If it is deviating less, it will have less power. So you see the power depends on the focal length, like it is inversely proportional. If you have a short focal length, it will deviate more. If you have large focal length, it will deviate less. So aren't they inversely proportional to each other? So then we can draw a conclusion that power of a lens is actually reciprocal of the focal length. More power, more focal length, large focal length, deviate less. That means it will have less power. Short focal length, that means if f is small, it deviates more. If f is small, then power will be more. So they are inversely proportional. And when we are writing the relation, then we will be calculating P in diopter. As you know, the unit of power we are calculating is diopter. Diopter we denote it by capital D. So this power we denote calculate in diopter only when we are calculating the focal length in meter. Next question is, where should an object be placed in front of a convex lens of focal length? First, whenever you are solving a numerical, just write whatever information is given. Okay, it would make your question a little easy so that you can see what to calculate and what are the things given. Convex lens, focal length. So the focal length of a convex lens is given 0.12 meter, and since it is a convex lens, the focal length is going to be positive. For a convex lens, the focal length is positive, whereas it is negative in concave lens. To obtain a real image of size 3 times the size of object, the size of image is 3 times the size of object. That's what they are saying. Okay. And by the way, keep this in your mind that the image formed is real. Okay. Now we have to calculate U. Where should an object be placed? That means we have to calculate U. Now to apply the lens formula, which is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equals to 1 upon F. We don't know U, we don't know V, so we cannot apply that formula first. But we know that since we are talking about the size of the image and the object, we can apply the magnification formula, which is height of the image upon height of the object, or length of the image upon length of the object. Now M, height of the image is thrice of the object and this HO, which means the magnification is coming 3 times. Okay. Now you see, when magnification is coming 3 times, if a image is real, so magnification will always be negative. If a image is virtual, the magnification would be taken positive. So we are going to take it negative, it would be real. So using this, we can, if I rub this, so now your M is coming minus 3. Also we know that M is V upon U, isn't it, equals to minus 3. Now you see V in terms of this will be minus 3 U. V, if we take U to the other side, it will be V equals to minus 3U. That means we have got a relation where we are getting V equals to minus 3U. So we will keep this, V is coming minus 3U, and then we'll apply the lens formula, which is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U equals 1 upon F. Okay, 1 upon V here. 1 upon V at the place of, since we have to calculate where should an object, that we have to calculate U, so at the place of V we are going to put this value, which is minus 1 upon 3U minus 1 upon U. This is what we have to calculate, equals 1 upon F. F is 0.12, so it is 0.12. When you take LCM, whether you put your minus sign here or you put it here, no problem. The LCM would be 3U. When you take LCM, it will be minus 1 and minus 2. I hope everybody knows how to take LCM. Sorry, not 2 but 3, and then 1 upon 0.12. Clear? Now this will be minus 4 over 3U equals 1 upon, or if you simplify, this will give you 100 upon 12, isn't it? So that it would be easy to solve. Now this, if you take this, U is in divide, so I am taking this U to that side and this all thing to this side. So you see minus 4 upon 3 as it is. This 12 is in divide, it will come here in multiplication, and this 100 will come here in divide. Whereas this U is in divide, it will go to that side and it will be U. Okay. Now, so this will be, you can cancel it further, 425. So eventually you will get something this. minus 4/25 equals to u. That is, when you simplify, it will give you minus 0.16 equals to u, or simply u is minus 0.16 centimeter. This minus sign, you can apply minus sign, or if you are removing the minus sign, that means the object is placed in front of the mirror. This is on the left hand side, no? You know that this side will be your minus side, so that means you can simply write it will be placed in front of the mirror. Whether you put minus sign or you can write it as 0.16, but then you have to indicate where the position of the object is. So it is, since it is left hand side minus, so it will be left hand side, that means it is in front of the mirror. So this is what we were supposed to calculate. Now let us see another question. Next question. An object is placed at a distance. So whenever we start, we write whatever is given. Okay. An object is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter. Object is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter in front of a concave lens. Whether you take concave or convex, the object is placed in front of a convex lens. That means on the left hand side. So the sign will always be negative. Concave lens or focal length. Focal length is given as 20 centimeter, and since it is concave lens, it will also be taken negative. You have to calculate the position of the image denoted by V, and you have to calculate the magnification. To calculate V, it is simple that we apply the lens formula, which is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U equals 1 upon F. 1 upon V minus 1 upon, what is your value of U? It is minus 20. So now be careful with the sign, minus 20, and this again also with minus sign. Clear? Now this is 1 upon V, this minus and minus will be plus. 1 upon 20 equals minus 1 upon 20. To calculate this V, we are taking this 1 upon 20, which is with plus sign, to that side. Okay, so it will be 1 upon V equals, this was minus 1 upon 20, and when you take this plus 1 upon 20 to that side, it will become minus 1 upon 20. Now you have to take LCM. You will take LCM, it will be 20, so it will be minus 1 minus 1. 1 upon V will be minus 2 upon 20. Okay, if it is 2 upon 20, that means it will be minus 1 upon 10. Okay. Now that means 1 upon V equals minus 1 upon 10. If you reciprocate both sides, that will be V equals to minus 10 centimeter. That means the position of the image is coming 10 centimeter, and since it is minus means it is on the left hand side. So we call it, whether you put this minus sign or if you are removing, that means it is on the left hand side. So we write it is in front of the mirror. So you just write the image will be formed at 10 centimeter in front of the lens. Okay. Now next is magnification. To calculate magnification, the simple relation is, this time magnification, the relation we use is V upon U, because we know the value of V and we know the value of U as well. So okay, so this V, the value of V is coming minus 10 centimeter upon U was given minus 20 centimeter. The object is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter, and since the signs are negative, we will be keeping or putting the values with sign. So this minus and minus cancel, 10 and 10 cancel, this 0 and 0 cancel. This minus and minus cancel, 0 and 0 cancel. So M is coming 1 upon 2, or simply M is coming 0.5. And you see this is with plus sign, because magnification is negative for real images and magnification is positive for virtual images. So it is coming plus 0.5, and we know that since it is a ratio, so it won't have any unit. Now let us proceed to our next question. Next question is, the power of a lens is a plus 2.0 diopter or plus 2 diopter. So let's write what is given. The power is given plus 2.0 diopter, as you know the unit of power. Find its focal length. You have to calculate its focal length and state the kind of lens. Okay. first thing. Second, if you know the relation, so power when calculated in diopter, it is 1 upon f. You know that power when we are calculating it in diopter, the f should be in, it will come in meter. So the power is given as 2 equals 1 upon f. So simply f will come here, and you know 1 upon 2, or f will come 0.5. Now since f is coming 0.5, so whenever we put the value or whenever we take power in diopter, or when f is taken in meter, then only the power unit of power is diopter. That means this is coming in meter. So the focal length of the mirror, this lens is coming, the focal length of the lens is coming 0.5 meter. Now let us come to the next point, that is what is the kind of lens we are using. For a convex lens, the power is always positive, and for a concave lens, the power is always negative. So they are saying about the power is given as plus 2 diopter. That means the power is positive, which means we are talking about convex lens. So for a convex lens, the power is taken positive. For a concave lens, the power is taken as negative. So this is the science which you are going to remember. And second thing that is here, I have tried to take some types of question, different types of questions for convex lens, concave lens, and this power. But then in next class we will be doing some more questions, but before we come or we talk or before we meet in the next class, I am expecting from you all that you practice these type of questions. So when I take some question next, or at least you learn the theory part, so that when in next class when I solve some numericals, you will be able to understand it more. So we will meet in our next class.